Hello VC, this is Will, and I'm back with a new video, this time to make a contest response for Smfcpthowdy and his 1300 subscribers contest. And first of all, John, congratulations on the 1300 subs. That's really an amazing milestone and really well deserved as well. And for everybody else, if you haven't checked out John's channel, make sure that you do. I'll put a link to his channel here in the comment section. And he's basically the biggest Kiss collector in the world. He's always showing really great Kiss and hard rock and classic rock albums, and it's a very entertaining channel, so make sure that you go ahead and check out Smfcpthowdy's channel. But anyways, for his contest, John had a really cool idea where you basically picked 5 of the records that you play often, and you pick or you talk about the song from those albums that you usually skip. You skip to the next song. And I thought it was a really cool idea. It's a very unique idea for a contest. And I have here my 5 albums that I picked, and let's go ahead and check out those songs. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And the first album that I have for you today is one of my favorite albums of all time. And I've talked about this album many times in the past. And of course, it's the Velvet Underground and Nico with their self-titled album produced by Andy Warhol. And the song that I picked from this album, I actually have it on vinyl, and I also have it on CD. I usually don't skip the songs on vinyl because it's really hard to do. And that's one of the things that I like about having the albums on vinyl, is because it's really hard to skip songs. But when I listen to it on the CD version of the album, I do skip one song, and this album that's called song number 10, The Black Angel's Death Song. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad song, it's right there. But the only bad thing about that song is that it's followed by one of the best songs in the album, in my opinion, which is of course European Sun, the last song in the album. So it's not that I skip it because it's a bad song, it's just that it's just followed, and just the whole album is full of great songs, and that one is just my least favorite of the whole album. So that's it, my first pick from the Velvet Underground and Nico. The next pick that I have for you today, it's again one of my favorite albums of all time, and this one is the Pixies with Doolitte. And I have it again on vinyl. This is a repress from a few years ago, and I also have it on CD. Again, I usually don't skip the songs on vinyl, but I do sometimes when I'm listening to the CD version in the car or at home. And the song that I picked from this album, the song that I skipped the most, I honestly think that this album is just perfect. There's no bad songs. But when I started listening to this album, there was one song that I just didn't like. And that's song number, it's kind of hard to read here, number 14, Silver. That's the song in the album that I just did not like when I started listening to the album. But as I started listening to it more and more, it grew up on me, and I really think it's a solid song. I don't skip it anymore, but if I had to pick one song from Doolitte that I did that was to skip, I would say that one, Silver by the Pixies. Let's go ahead actually and take a quick listen to that song. Okay, my next pick is again one of my favorite albums of all time, and I'm talking about Radiohead with Kid A. And of course I have it on vinyl. This is a 10-inch or double 10-inch version of the album on vinyl, and I also have it on CD. I bought this CD when it came out back in 2000, I think. But anyways, great album. It's just, in my opinion, it's a masterpiece. It's just full of really mind-blowing songs in this album. It's just such a good album. It's really hard to describe. If you haven't checked it out, listen to it, but not only once, listen to it many times, because it takes a few listens to actually realize how good this album is. The only problem that I have with this album is that I could not believe that for an album that is just so full of music and so full of different sounds and amazing songs and instruments all over the songs, I could not believe that they would include a song like Three Fingers. It's right in the middle of the album. I think it's in the end of disc 1 of the album. The song is called Three Fingers again. And I could not believe that they would include a song like that, because it's just such a simplistic song. I don't know if I can even call it a song, it's just a tone. And really the best way of describing this song is by showing you or playing you a short clip of this song. Let's actually go ahead and take a listen to a short clip from Three Fingers from Radiohead from Kid A. Okay, so I just played for you a few seconds of Three Fingers by Radiohead, but that's basically how it goes. That's basically how the song is for 3 minutes and 42 seconds, and right in the middle of the album. Now, I've been very curious about this song because I don't think Radiohead does things like this on purpose. I think they have this song is supposed to have some kind of meaning, and I haven't been able to find it. If you know what's the meaning of this song or about why this song is like this in the middle of Kid A, let me know, because I wasn't able to find anything. The only thing that I found that I thought it kind of made a little bit of sense was that some people were saying that this song is right in the middle of the album, kind of to provide a break in between the music from side A and the music in side B. Which kind of makes sense, but I think for a band like Radiohead, they could have made something with a little bit more, maybe with some vocals, maybe a chill out song in the middle of the album with some guitars as well. But no, they decided to go with Three Fingers, which I thought it was really rare and strange. But anyway, still a great album. Check out Kid A by Radiohead. And that's my third pick. Alright, my fourth pick, and you probably knew that I was gonna choose a song or an album by this band. My favorite band's Green Day, and this is Nimrod from 1997. And many people know of this album because of the song Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. Great album by Green Day, in my opinion, is one of their best. It's also the most experimental for them. It's also the album where they start to play a lot of songs that are different from punk. They start to play rock and roll songs and ska and ballads, and it's by far their most diverse album. If you haven't checked it out, make sure that you do. There's a lot of great tunes here in Nimrod. And anyways, the song that I picked from this album that I usually skip, again, there's a song right in the middle of the album that is called Last Ride In. Song number 10 in the album. I guess it's by the end of the album. But anyways, this song is an instrumental song, and a lot of people say that it was meant to be an accidental song that was recorded while they were doing some kind of sound check, which kind of makes sense to it. It makes sense because it's not a really well-polished song. It's just a strange instrumental song. Let's actually go ahead and check out a quick clip from Green Day's Last Ride In. Alright, and that was Green Day again with Last Ride In, and I forgot to say that for some reason they did make a music video out of that song. I don't know why. I think they could have chosen a lot of great different songs in Nimrod, but I decided to go with Last Ride In. But anyways, that's my fourth pick, and my last pick is again one of my favorite albums of all time. It's the Ramones with their self-titled debut album. And it was really hard to pick a song that I would skip from this album. Honestly, I don't skip any of them. They're really good songs throughout the album. If I had to go with one, though, I would go with the song I Don't Want to Walk Around With You. There's nothing wrong with the song. It's a classic Ramones song. It's just that it's probably my least favorite in the album. That's it. It's but I don't skip to any of the songs from the debut album by the Ramones. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a quick listen to a short clip from I Don't Wanna Walk Around With You. Alright, so those are my 5 picks for John's 1300 subscribers contest. John, I hope you liked my response. And for everybody else, thanks for watching and take care. Bye bye.